Welcome to another Good Gut Live. Hi, everybody. My name is James Marin. I'm an integrative registered dietitian, environmental nutritionist.
I'm Deli Marin. I'm an integrative gut health dietitian and one of the co-founders of Married to Health. That is an integrative practice of registered dietitians.
And welcome. You're joining us for another Good Gut Live. We're really excited. Today's topics we had the titles Best Products for Gut Health, but really you're going to join us for an unboxing. Actually, we're going to start with a it's very timely topic that maybe some of you know about and some of you don't. This idea of dietitians partnering with food companies, and then they're having a lot of issues with that, right? I don't know if you guys saw, it was Washington Post. For those of you watching on YouTube, we'll pull up the article right now. For those of you on Instagram, you can pull up the article another time or check out our YouTube. But we're putting up this Washington Post article. The food industry pays influencer dietitians to shape your eating habits, right? So, and this article goes into, I think one of the big things was sugar, and basically sugar front groups or the beverage front groups that then are promoting diet soda and sugar replacements like aspartame and things like that. So
let us know if you guys saw this article, if it's been circulating in your spheres, because I know when it came out, I saw a lot of it. I saw a lot of my colleagues posting this article from the Washington Post, a lot of physicians who, we love our physicians, don't get me wrong. We have some of our absolute best friends are physicians, but a lot of physicians who James and I refer to as dietitian doctors, who are bashing dietitians, and, you know, a lot of negative commentary with people saying that's why you should not see dietitians. They are paid by big food, big pharma. They are not to be trusted. And, you know, it makes you think. And I think something I always like to say is don't get mad, get curious. And so I think today was very timely because we actually planned this topic before this article came out. So I'm not mad about it. I think it's great. I think it's always great to open up dialogue. I think it's always great for us as a community to have these conversations to, inquire. Did you all see this? What is your opinion on it? And we can give you our opinion because, full disclosure, we work with companies. So that, you know, we do have a private practice and we work with patients, but we're really passionate about working with companies who we really stand behind and we feel are making our food system a better system. So we have no shame in that. We've fully disclosed that. You guys see, we do have sponsored content sometimes, whether that's a blog post on our website, whether that's a reel that we've posted on our socials. You know, we partner often with food companies or with complement companies that are trying to help enhance nutrition for people. So we'd love to hear, have you guys heard about this week? What is your thought about healthcare professionals or dietitians in particular partnering with food companies, if you have had an opinion? And I love our friend Stacy, love Stacy at the Urban Pharmacy. She's an amazing holistic nutritionist, and so much more. Farmer, not all the things. But Stacy said alignment matters. Love that, Stacy. We could not agree more. And, you know, basically what these companies ask you to do is to leverage your credentials and almost sell your credentials, if you will, right? And that should not come easily. Whenever we are approached with a contract, James and I both vet the option that's being presented to us. We have a team member or a few team members also who look over contracts and who vet companies to make sure, yes, that their company ethos is in alignment with ours, because the last thing we would want to do is to show up in one of these articles.
So I just want to say, you guys know us as integrative dietitians. You guys know us maybe from your patients of ours, or you see us on social media, and that's great. But I'd like to get to the root of it just really quickly, and then we'll kind of move on a little bit, or we'll answer questions. This is a live Q&A. And but really the root of it is we're registered dietitians. We are here to educate, inform, and essentially heal and help with food. So to not say we're going to then discuss food companies or have food companies involved is a little absurd, right? Because that's our whole ethos, that's our whole mission is food,
Kill with
right?
each meal. How are you gonna know what meal that entails?
Right. And for some of you, you like to cook and you will cook from scratch. Some of you are farmers and gardeners, and a lot of your food comes from your farm and your garden. Great. Many of you are living in urban areas where you go to the grocery store and buy food. Maybe you subscribe to food delivery or a food membership, or maybe it's a CSA box. There's so much variety. So, in that variety, as registered dietitians, we will hopefully a great registered dietitian will help to just kind of gather and collect and really help to
Curate.
distill and curate really healthy options for you, no matter if you're busy and you live in New York City, or you're also busy but you're a farmer or rancher in, somewhere in the middle states, right, or in California, or no matter where you are. So the point that we're getting to is really the deeper issue here are dietitians and really just any and all health professionals being disconnected from food and understanding what is actual whole healthy food, and going, okay, what is that connection there? What are the microbes on food? What is food that's going to help to really check the boxes on so many things, where we're talking about helping the gut microbiome, helping with obviously your vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients and protein and carbs, right? And not just kind of leaving it to, oh, well, I'm just going to promote aspartame and I'm just going to promote food coloring, or, the list can go on, right? So,
But
yeah.
I think we do need to stop and really realize who is putting that message out and who is their audience. We are gut health dietitians, so we are mindful of the most up to date research on what's great for your gut.
Mhm.
Someone who works with maybe an eating disorder population is going to have very different messaging than James and I have, because maybe they need to destigmatize certain ingredients, and maybe their population has so much food fear they're trying to clarify certain things. So, we'll leave it up to all of you to read the article and read the findings of the World Health Organization of why they classified aspartame as a carcinogen, and then kind of decide who is putting out this messaging. What we do agree on, is we know that we do have certain laws that we do have to abide by. And I think that was one of the things that was called out in this article, right? The Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, mandates that we cannot just go online and promote stuff without disclosing, hey, we're being paid.
Mhm.
And, we're not always being paid to say exactly what we're saying, but someone paid us to be posting this content. So that is, I think, where some of this went awry, where I think there wasn't full disclosure. Maybe certain hashtags were used, but that's legally not the full process that you're supposed to go through if you are partnering with certain companies. So I think, again, before we get mad, we should get curious. I think it's always asking those questions as well. Why is this person promoting this? Do I really feel like that person aligns with my values and what I need for my body? There are so many different opinions and so many people who will back every single opinion you will find in this entire world. If that person's opinion does not align with yours, don't follow them, right? Unfollow anybody who is putting out information that is misaligned with what you personally value and what you personally follow.
Mhm.
Then you're not exposed to that and you're not going to be as confused by it. Or do follow out of curiosity, because if you're really secure in what you're believing and what you're feeling, it doesn't matter what other people say. You have your belief system and you built that on something solid. And hopefully, that's really strong evidence of what you've learned and lived. And it doesn't matter what those people are saying, you're going to continue spreading your message regardless. So, we don't know where some of these other dietitians were coming from and whether that's 100% their true opinion on certain things. We just know what we do when we work with brands. We have a full process that we go through where, as I was saying, a lot of brands reach out to us and they message us in all avenues, our website, our socials, and say, hey, I want to send you whatever, my new product. And we're very forthcoming. We always say, please tell us more about your product. Send us a link to where we could read about your ingredients and the quality of what is going into your food, because that matters to us. We're spreading the message of heal with each meal. And to us, certain ingredients are really going to make a big difference, especially to the gut. So if we're trying to help people heal their gut with each meal, we need to be really honest about what we're recommending. And so we like to receive a list of ingredients. Sometimes from there, we just say, no, thank you. This does not align with us. We appreciate that you reached out, but please save your resources and send it to somebody else who agrees with this product. And we wish you well, but we will not be promoting it on our channels. If they do want to send us a product, we always say, hey, we're not going to sign a contract. We're not going to agree to anything until we try it. Or if it doesn't apply to us, because sometimes I have companies who are very specific to, for example, I had a cool company send me this little device. It is called the Food Marble, and it measures the amount of hydrogen and methane in your breath after you've eaten. Great for a SIBO patient. I don't have SIBO, so I sent it to one of my patients with SIBO so they could try it. So anything that we are ever posting, recommending, just know that we have tried it, or somebody who it would benefit has tried it before it's shown up on our page. So, we always want you all to feel comfortable being here. We always want you to be included in the processes that James and I talk about, that we speak about with our team. And just as these things are hot topics, and as we're about to show you guys some of the stuff we agreed to receive at our house, we just want you to know how we have come to those conclusions and how we work with brands in particular. A lot of the times, we're not paid by these brands. We're like, okay, cool. If you want to send me some bars, send me some bars. I love it. I don't mind sharing bars. Sometimes we have more involved contracts where they're ongoing projects where we're writing blogs or doing events or things like that for companies. But we have our own process for going through that. And we hope that every health professional who's selling their credentials does the same.
Yes. And I want to kick it off with being extremely transparent and going, this live is brought to you by Amy's Kitchen. We are sponsored. And so this is brought to you by Amy's Kitchen. They've introduced their burrito 4-pack and their Amy's gluten-free options. Obviously, we love their bowls and their enchiladas. And we start with this, and we partnered with Amy's because we can get busy sometimes, right? Like we don't want to be this unrealistic, unattainable family where, yes, we do cook a lot, and we do cook a lot from scratch. We do dried beans and dried grains, and we go to the farmer's market pretty much every Sunday, and we do make an effort for that. And many of you do as well, but we don't want to be kind of false or fake and go, we never pull out.
We grow everything on our own, and
we grow everything and do all the grains we mold into, we mash into powder, and we make our own flours. And sure, we do that sometimes, but there is a percent of the time where we get something frozen as well, and maybe we'll mix some of the greens from the farmer's market, or we will add in, chop up some fruits and really cool fermented yogurts for dessert, and we're mixing and matching the frozen. So for those of you that have been following us, we've really been vocal about that, where we're big fans of frozen food. And actually, frozen food can be great for those suffering with gut issues. And mixing and matching the frozen and the fresh and the jars and even some of the cans. And whereas we have like a bunch of stuff. I wish I could show you all the stuff we have here, guys. But even the cans, right? So where that's an Amy's can. And I brought this to my uncle's recently. My uncle was a very cool guy. I love my uncle. He's like, wait, you had a cans? Cans have BPA and all. But with the right companies, they are testing for PFAS. They are testing and eliminating BPA and bisphenol compounds, right? So there's other great companies too. So yeah, but or you want to go for it?
I just want to clarify, there's a big difference between processed food and ultra hyper processed food. Right. I love Stacy saying, I love frozen food. It's amazing. Yeah. So there's stages of processing, right?
Right.
Technically, even washing a piece of fruit or vegetable is processing, right? It's had something done to it. So if you're getting pure frozen fruits and vegetables from the grocery store, that's processed food, right? Somebody washed it for you, cut it for you. We're so grateful for that. They froze it for you. You might be doing that on your own. I know Stacy grows a lot of her own food. She washes it, cuts it, freezes it herself. Frozen food is so good for your gut. And it's always nice as well when you can accept some help. We know life looks different for everybody. And so for us and our family, like James said, we run a company, we have a child, we
hectic.
support, my family as well with what they have going on. So yeah, I'm going to pick up something like this with something like an Amy's brown rice and black eyed pea and veggie bowl, because it has things I would have put in: organic brown rice, filtered water, black eyed peas, broccoli, and all these ingredients are organic: mushrooms, diced tomatoes, carrots, onions, extra virgin olive oil, tamari, cilantro, ginger puree, sea salt, garlic, and spices. I would have put all those ingredients
I would
together
eat
in a
that.
bowl, but I just appreciate that someone like Amy's, a company like Amy's, did that. So I think demystifying some of those processed foods is so important. And again, when you think of ingredients in these processed foods, you want to consider what you have going on with your own physical health, what stress and trauma look like in your body, how different ingredients interact for you. Because we always have people come at us like, I can't believe you're posting something with salt in it. I can't believe you're posting something with oil in it, or that has
It's
a
like,
little bit of seed oil on it. We have understood what our needs are, and we're
yeah.
okay with some of these things in a very small moderation. So yeah, absolutely, I cook with salt, I cook with extra virgin olive oil. I don't have a problem with a lot of these different things. And then we have people saying things
Mhm.
like, that has so much, yeah, like James was saying, BPA. Well, take it out and put it on a glass plate or heat it up in a pan and make it work for you.
Mhm.
So I think you will live a much happier life if you accept some help, even if it's not perfect by your standards.
And
Believe me, it'll be good for your gut.
we'd like to give the context of you. We have to help companies make the steps and the proper movements towards where we want them to be. When we're talking about Amy's, for example, their products are cardboard. The trays that they line are made of paper material, right? And
With
then
BPA free
with
lining.
BPA free line. So it's like these are where, and then if we want them, we're like, hey, it'd be great if you used, I don't know what else they could, a biodegradable wrapper and things like that, which there are companies, like we'll show some other companies that do have biodegradable packaging that you can compost at home. And we have to support these companies who are making the right steps and making the right movements and give them feedback. So that's part of our job when
Mhm.
we work with companies. We give them feedback on products. We've helped a
Mhm.
number of companies and we went, this is not going to be a great product, or while it was in
Yeah.
R&D and going, this is why, this is why, this is why, this, and they scrapped it, right? So that's pretty cool. As dietitians for a collective 20 years together, which is crazy. We've both been dietitians for a decade. So collectively 20 years experience. We are kind of helping companies understand, like, yeah, this might work. You might sell it and make lots of money, but it can also make people just not feel great, right? And so giving that feedback is really important.
And with companies, you want them to have longevity. Like James and I were eating Amy's in
In
college
college, yeah.
when we were studying nutrition. So it's really cool to see a company that has had longevity, like Amy's or other companies that we partner with, and just help support their mission, because we feel like they're aligned with that mission as well, to
Mhm.
help people heal with each meal. They started with a passion to create more gluten-free options because it was started by a husband and wife whose daughter, Amy, has celiac disease. So
Yeah, it's still a family owned
it's still a
company.
family-owned company. So again, their mission, their values align with ours. So that's how we choose companies that we align with. But we also really just we enjoy their meals. So that's something you'll find us posting about.
So we might go through some of these a little bit quicker, but I want to, because we're going
Mhm.
to answer questions while we go through some of these. I see some
Yes.
questions coming in. So if you're on YouTube, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a question, post it down in the comments. Someone's asking where your water bottle is from.
It's a Hydra Peak. I don't know. I bought
Hydro
it.
Peak
I got it at
stainless
Home Goods.
steel. You got it at Home Goods?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, look at
I
you.
like it.
Okay.
Fits in my cup holder in the car. It has a straw. So
Stainless
this is
steel,
not
BPA
sponsored, but
free.
it's a good gut product because hydration helps. And I always recommend getting a bottle with a straw if you struggle to drink, because you don't have to stop doing what you're doing. Keep typing, driving, talking, whatever. Well, maybe not talking while you're drinking, but I always recommend a good
Okay.
bottle with a straw. So this is one that we like. We also got recently a cool water bottle. I didn't bring it up here, but it's
Uh-oh.
like a cool glass water bottle from a company called Blacker, I think, BLKR. It's a cool, pretty glass water bottle. I will be forthcoming and say I don't really use it because I'm afraid I'll break it and it doesn't keep my drinks cold. So we appreciate they sent it to us, but I like cold water. So if you don't care if your water stays cold, it's a pretty water bottle.
Yes. But great question. We're going to continue some of the food we have here. Another great one that you may have seen us post is Zen B, and they have this agile bowl. So I remember growing up, shout out, because man, I grew up on Totino's, pizza rolls, and Pop Tarts, and ramen noodles. And I would just eat, I was a 90s kid, and I felt horrible and was sick all the time, and just eating, food that now I look back and go, oh, that's why I was sick all the time, right?
Ultra hyper processed food.
Right. So we love finding little treats like this where, again, it works
Little
with the
gems.
busy lifestyle. And I'll read the ingredients. It's whole yellow pea with skin pasta. They have the extra virgin olive oil and flavor packet separate, so you can add the extra virgin, but they're using extra virgin olive oil. They have in their flavor packet like a corn flour, cashew powder, tomato powder, dried onion, dried tomato. Contains 2% or less of dried cauliflower, dried spinach, sea salt, lime juice powder, rice whole powder. So really cool. That's the seasoning. But the pasta in and of itself is just yellow peas with the skin.
And
that's
it has 13 grams of plant protein. It has 9 grams of fiber. So we love these. Again, full disclosure, we have worked with Zen B, but we love these regardless. We took these on our international trip. Layla gets these in her lunchbox. I just pack her a thermos of hot water and she pours it in at lunchtime and lets it heat up while she's eating her other stuff. My niece just started her first year of college in France. I gave her a bunch of these because I want her to have food when she is busy in college. And this is so easy. So this is great. They also make boxes where you can just heat it up in the stove. So we actually did that the other day. We opened up a couple of them, put them on the stovetop. You just need to put sauce and your vegetables with it. You don't even need to put water. That's how quickly it cooks. Agile means quick in Italian. So we love Zen B. They have a variety of different types of pasta. They have spaghetti, different shapes, but we really like this Agile. So this is another good gut fave that we have. And it's not low FODMAP, but it would be considered a low histamine product for those of you who are looking for something convenient, because that can be tricky for those who are low histamine. But the yellow peas themselves, they're dried. They are a low histamine option if you need something on the go.
And this is a great example where we look into our products, where we know from higher ups in the company that this is right. Is that package? I was just going to comment on the packaging. We see, is there a healthy package?
No, that's a different question.
Okay, a healthy package. Well, this one, as far as the packaging, we know that they tested for PFAS as well as bisphenol. They're not lining it with a bisphenol lining. So when you're adding hot water to it, you don't have to worry about that. They are really conscious about their packaging as well as the ingredients, which is why we like them. They're not certified organic, but they're using regenerative as well as ingredients without pesticides, and they're checking for that. They're just not certified yet. So this is where it makes sense to check in with the company. We don't expect everyone to do this. That's why you go to food nerds and dietitians, and we like doing this stuff. So.
We literally every year go to Natural Products Expo so we can learn about the newest foods that are coming out. And someone's asking, are there gluten-free options? Everything Zen B sells is gluten-free. I am gluten-free 100%. I have non-celiac gluten sensitivity.
This is all gluten-free.
Amy's, not everything is gluten-free of theirs, but they have a very wide variety of gluten-free options because, again, they were started because their daughter Amy has celiac disease. So we love companies like that who give people like me options where I'm not sad watching my family eat gluten while I'm hungry. So these are great questions. And somebody's asking, is there a healthy packaged ramen? We don't have any here with us, but one that we really like is called Shaman Ramen. So it's a cool company. It was actually crafted and flavored by Chef Ludo, who is, you guys might have seen him on MasterChef, but he put together the flavors and they are organic, a great ramen option. Because our daughter's like, hey, my friends bring cup of noodle to school. I want something like that. So she brings Shaman Ramen, or she'll bring Agile bowls, or today she brought in Amy's gluten-free burrito with her to school. So we love incorporating some of these foods that have been partially processed for us, but I'm grateful that I didn't have to wake up this morning and put together that bean burrito. We put together the fruits and vegetables to go with it, and we know that she's nourished, and we're confident in that. So
should I see another question here? Should I answer that one? Okay. Thank you for watching this. We hope you know by now, Married to Health really does everything we do coming from a need in our community, a need from our patients, a need from being dietitians for over a decade, from running our own private practice. And we continued that when we formulated Gut Nurture. So if you didn't know, Dahlia Marin, RDN, LD, CGN formulated Gut Nurture along with Complement. We truly believe it is a great complement for your gut health journey. Why is that? Well, it's low histamine, it's low FODMAP, it's organic, even the package is compostable. We really designed it with the patient in mind that is wanting to eat more plants, that needs to eat more plants, but is struggling to eat more plants. This is that bridge. We also designed it for the person who's just like, I want to boost my gut, I want to feel really good, I want to help with the structure, function, and population of the gut. This is unlike anything that's really out there in that as it's focused on being a prebiotic, not really a probiotic. So the idea here, you can think of Gut Nurture as compost for your gut ecosystem. It's not trying to force seeds and the probiotics in, it's trying to create a beautiful environment and a beautiful foundation. So any seeds you get from the fermented foods you're eating, from your environment, from the beautiful habits you're building, whether you're working with us or not, they are going to fall on this beautiful, healthy soil with this beautiful, healthy compost and create a lush, beautiful ecosystem and garden, creating an abundance of fruit and postbiotics that are going to keep you healthy and thriving. So click down below, learn more about Gut Nurture, and we'll continue with the episode. We got a question. I mean, this is like insight, I guess, into what we do, but it says, how do you get into reviewing / affiliate marketing for vegan products? And well, first and foremost, Dahlia, we've been 100% plant-based for 13 years. And more than that, we are integrated registered dietitians. So we've gotten our degrees, went to school, did a lot of hard work to become registered dietitians. We started our own private practice. So if you guys just type in Married to Health on Google or any search engine, you'll see our reviews and you'll see everything we've done. And I would say we have excellent patient care, and patients really enjoy all of our dietitians. We have Dahlia and Rachel and Katie and Damaris and Vicky and Laura, and we have an amazing team of dietitians, and they all get amazing reviews because they have excellent patient care. And we're really, truly here to dive deep into the root of problems and use food and other great modalities to help you understand those roots and hopefully heal with each meal.
Yep.
With those roots. So from there, companies kind of see that. They see what we're doing.
A lot of the times they reach out to us, but sometimes we reach out to companies. We're like, hey, we like you. Do you want to work together? So, either way works out for us. But if you are somebody looking to get into this field, I really hope and pray that you are somebody who's doing it, not just because you want to get paid to do it, but because you actually know and understand how to speak about food and really help demystify certain things about food or promote certain aspects of food. And not just for the paycheck. Because when we work with companies, we are very honest and we always say we are not influencers, we are health professionals who are in the media. So when they try to send us a blurb that they've sent to 27 other influencers, so that way we can say the same thing as them, we say, no, thank you. We will not be saying that. This is from our expertise, the data. This is what we would like to say about the product. And if you're not okay with us providing our expertise, we will have to politely decline this contract. So hopefully when you also are following these influencers, you are kind of checking into, why are they promoting this? These companies make a lot of money, you guys. Food companies, especially supplement companies, make so much money. So if you see 12 influencers that you follow saying the exact same thing, it's because a marketing person provided them with a marketing copy script. It's not because they actually believe that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But you want to be careful of who you're taking advice from, or if you see an influencer post something, you're curious about it, you're excited about it, do your own research or consult with someone like a dietitian or a food scientist or somebody who can really break down the science of how that would work for you and for your body.
And that goes into a tip where then if you see a company where there's really great integrative doctors and dietitians and health professionals
on their advisory board,
or even kind of showing you like, hey, we really like this, even if it is supplements, and that should also be a good sign of going, oh, oh, wow, that
or if
might
they've
be.
published research on their product, good sign. So yeah, we often like when we are approached by companies who say that. We have physicians on our advisory board, scientists, dietitians. ZenB has a whole plant council that we are part of as dietitians. They have food scientists on the plant council. It's not just marketing people and celebrities, right? Because anyone can make something sound good, but if it's not going to make people feel good and help them heal with each meal, then we will not be promoting it. And somebody's saying, my concern is mainly the additives, especially the gums. They kill my gut. You're absolutely right. So that's where it's knowing which ones are better for you, which ones are not. Like if it has apple pectin or lecithin, sunflower lecithin in it, that's naturally occurring in sunflower seeds. So some of the gums are actually less irritating. If it's cornstarch or agar, something like that, you could tolerate that very well. Like ZenB, they don't use any type of gums or emulsifiers in their foods. Amy's also, for a majority of the things, have no gums or emulsifiers. But I love that you know that that kills your gut and it doesn't work for you. So it's reading those labels and following people also who align with that message. So if we ever post something that has any gum in it, we're always sure to say that. Like, hey, if you have inflammatory bowel disease, if you have severe dysbiosis, just know this food has a little bit of gum in it. So maybe you are not going to choose to eat that. But yeah, I think that those are good observations. And somebody's asking, are there specific ingredients you look out for in products to help you determine their trustworthiness and efficacy for gut health? I love this question. Such a good question. Personally, for us as Married to Health, when we respond to companies who approach us, we look out for hyper refined carbohydrates. So that's extremely refined grains, hyper refined sugar, because we know that those things are irritants to the gut. We do look for gums and emulsifiers, and we try not to promote products that contain gums and emulsifiers. Alcohol, we don't promote because it's not good for your gut. I'm sorry. Wine moms, don't come after me, but alcohol, wine constantly is not good for your gut.
This probably needs to be a separate live. Just really quickly. There are better ways to ferment, and you can drink alcohol. There are better ways to do it, but for the most part, distilled spirits and really, I mean, those very strong, like we're talking about tequila and vodka. Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
So if you see us promoting something, it's because it's free of those things and also excessive amounts of saturated fat. So those are kind of like our top 5 of just, we don't go there. We don't promote those things. We're not trying to push that. We really want people to heal with each meal. And we know that that is what evidence has proven to really be detrimental to the gut. So we don't like recommending things to you guys that we know would hurt you.
I'm going to just shout out some others. Go Raw is also great. We eat lots of nuts and seeds. So shout out to Go Raw, who, I mean, in this is what, sunflower seeds. I'm looking for organic sprouted sunflower seeds. And this is for our gut patients who are like, I want to soak and sprout. Go Raw does that for you, for your nuts and seeds. That's why we really love Go Raw. It sets them apart from others because all their nuts and seeds are sprouted. So really, really cool. We love Go Raw.
And they make a granola that just is sweetened with dates as well. So that's a really cool option as well. Someone's asking, do you have a compiled list of foods you value at like the ones you shared today? Yes. Actually, if you go on our website, we have a free download. Go under our shop page at marriedtohealth.com and we have a good gut shopping guide. So a lot of these things are in our good gut shopping guide. We included cooking ware, we included food products, much more than different things that we use. We like some of them. We have discount codes for you guys for, some we don't, because we just wanted to include things. But yeah, someone's saying those Go Raw pumpkin seeds sprouted are totally fabulous. They are. And if you are one of our regular patients, if you are a Good Gut member, we are going to be sending you a lot of this stuff because, for example, GoRo sends us an entire case every quarter of sprouted seeds, and we're so grateful for them, but we can't eat that many seeds. So we're going to be making little goodie boxes for some of our amazing Good Gut members. So you never know, you might find a little fun box show up at your doorstep.
And our Good Gut members are essentially our patients who come into our practice and are like, I want more. And so we give them a Good Gut membership, which is really great and gives them a lot of perks. So if you're one of our patients and a Good Gut member, we're going to select good amount of you.
Yeah.
And then also if you're subscribed to our email list, so you can go to mary'shealth.com. We're going to put together a little goodie box and
For a
send it.
couple of you,
If
yeah.
you live in like China or Pakistan, I'm sorry, it's going to be confined to North America where we can send this goodie box, but
crazy shipping.
Yeah, we can't do the crazy shipping just yet, or we'll see how much. I think that's like crazy, but we'll look into that. And yeah, so we're always trying to do these fun things for our patients and our community. Do you want to do these?
We're gonna mix it up.
Next?
Yeah, let me see also that one. So we get food, we get supplements, we get clothes, we get water bottles, we get books, you guys, and we're so appreciative of all of them. So yes, this is by Faith Ralphs, and this is plant-based cooking for kids. This is such a cute book. Layla looked through it. Thank you, Faith, for sending this. It has 70 whole food plant-based recipes for kids. So it's encouraging kids to get into the kitchen. It's yummy, beautifully photographed, really fun recipes for kids. So this is exciting. Layla loves getting cookbooks that are specifically for kids. She loves to cook. So thank you, Faith, for sending those. You guys can visit Faith at Faithful Plateful. yes. But that's available on Amazon if you guys wanted to pick it up as well outside of her website. We've shared these with you guys before, so this isn't your first time seeing these books. These are from NutraEduKids. So NutraEduKids sent us these really cool books, and they are things like the Healthy Family Meal Planner for 12 months. So it has a little meal planning schedule where you can write out your grocery list, notes. They give some tips and facts about different things, but that's really a compliment for parents to use because these are books for kids. So they have them for different ages, 4+, 6 through 10, and things like Healthy Eating Coloring Book, learn all about vitamins, and learn all about minerals. And so they make these really cute books, and they have a dietitian they consult with to ensure that the information they're putting on here is accurate. They're great graphic designers as well. So these are super cute. Layla loves these books. She always gets really excited when anything comes in for her, but she really does love these. And she'll straight up say a fact to me. She'll be like, Mom, do you know that mushrooms have selenium? And I'm like, oh, wow. So she takes notes. She folds pages on things that she wants to go back and learn from. She colored this one partially, but yeah, we really love NutraEduKids. So these are some cool books, and stay tuned, you guys. We have some exciting things coming up in the future too.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to show you this stuff. If you're taking notes, great. If you're asking questions, great. If you want to really get a hands on with a lot of these, subscribe to our newsletter, click down below, go to mary'shealth.com, get on our newsletter. We'll be sending this out. We'll be updating our Good Gut shopping guide. We update it every year, and we'll put all these great things that we like in there.
Yes.
So yeah.
This is another cool book for us, so more geared towards adults, but it was written by the people who created the Your Super. So they have these Your Super powders, and they are powders of just like whole food nutrients that you can add to your drinks or your foods. They have a recipe book, and they are passionate as well because the husband is a cancer survivor. Yeah. So Michael is a cancer survivor, and that's what inspired them to create their company, because he was searching for something like their product when he was going through his cancer journey. So lots of gorgeous recipes as well. Whole food plant-based recipes are in here. So if you guys are looking for some new great inspo, they have a shopping list. They have meal plans. So really cool book as well. It's called Super Life. So that's another one we got. And another book we recently have received is from Kim Campbell. She is the, I believe, daughter-in-law of T. Colin Campbell, who wrote the China Study. A lot of you are probably familiar, but she wrote this Plant Pure Comfort Food, because who doesn't want some whole food plant-based comfort food that also is delicious and beautiful. So yeah, we've perused through these. We have a bunch of plans to try some of these recipes, like this lasagna stew. Hello, it's soup season. That sounds yummy. So thank you all for these beautiful books. These definitely can be good gut inspo, because this is where it starts. It starts in the kitchen. So got some cool books. And somebody's asking, hello, do you have any good gut health drink recommendations? Ooh. So we love a good beverage outside of just water. We love coconut water.
Tea right here.
Yeah, we got some cool teas actually. So we really like kombucha. We think there's some drama going on with GTs right now with their company.
I hope not. I really like,
sponsored.
I mean, we're not sponsored by GTs.
No.
I mean, the fact that it's in glass, it's really great fermented.
They don't add refined sugar post fermentation. They use kiwi juice for fermentation. I'm a big fan. I like ginger ale. It has some of the lowest sugar, so I like that. I have to, I might be a little bit biased with this one, you guys. Again, full disclosure, I formulated Gut Nurture. So James and I do have a partnership with Complement. I did create the formula for Gut Nurture, but this is one of my favorite things to drink. I put things in it that I would like, that I know my patients like, and that are therapeutic doses of things like ginger, which is anti-inflammatory for the gut. There is molybdenum, which if you have stinky, rotten egg smelling gas is really good for your gut. I put other ingredients like B vitamins in here that help with gut motility. There's a little bit of licorice to help if you have any reflux. There's some horse chestnut as an antioxidant, and there is a prebiotic fiber called partially hydrolyzed guar gum, aka sun fiber. And it comes from guar beans, but it's a beautiful soluble prebiotic fiber. So I put Gut Nurture in our smoothies. I put it in tea. I put it in water, oatmeal, anything that I want to taste like ginger and really make my gut feel really good. And somebody's saying, I give Gut Nurture to my 4-year-old. She likes it.
Shout out. Love it.
I love it. Growing good guts. We love when you're all growing good guts along with us. So thank you. And if you guys are going to be at Veg Fest in a couple weeks, we're going to be at SoCal Veg Fest at the Orange County Fairgrounds, September 23rd and 24th. And again, we're not paid to speak there. We're just going there to talk about gut nutrition. But we're going to be giving away Complement, some Gut Nurture. So if you guys are going to be there, we're going to have edgy labels and we're going to have some Gut Nurture for those who come to our talk. If you want to try some of these things. All right.
Wow, we're just
and then we got some teas. What'd you do with those teas? We're still on drinks.
Okay.
All right. So
I showed it, but
we get a lot of different teas and a lot of different drinks.
Hibiscus tea,
yeah. And guys, we haven't tried this one. I have not tried these yet. So full disclosure, I can't speak to the taste.
But it's hibiscus.
Yeah, we really like
I love hibiscus. So this is just hibiscus. So you can't go wrong. And this one
has cinnamon in it.
Yeah, and they added one with cinnamon. So that looks really cool.
And we love when companies, this is a small company. So shout out to Two Sisters Tea. They're so cute. They wrote us a handwritten note that just taught us about their company. And we shared so many values. These are our two sisters, and they grew up in Guatemala drinking hibiscus tea. And then when they started learning about the benefits of it, the antioxidants, the electrolytes, the hydration, the iron, yes, hibiscus, fun fact, is really great for those who have gout and need more of that vitamin C and antioxidants. So once they learned about the benefits, they wanted to bring this amazing cultural produce nationwide or internationally. So shout out to Two Sisters. This is awesome. We love hibiscus, Jamaica. You can steep it and drink it. And then actually what we like to do afterwards is we saute it. So when we were in Mexico, we had hibiscus tacos and became obsessed. So now we upcycle the hibiscus. Nothing goes to waste. We steep it for the nutrition in the drink, and then we saute them and we make Jamaica tacos. So we're excited.
Yeah, we ate at this amazing restaurant, guys, in Mexico one time, in specifically San Pancho, Mexico. And I was a little skeptical at first. I'm like, hibiscus tacos. I'm like, is that a typo? Is that an error on the menu? And then we ate it. We're like, whoa, it was really good.
They were delicious.
What do you want to do next?
And somebody's asking, what are your thoughts on dates? Some say to stay away due to high sugar. Run from whoever's telling you that.
Well, no. Well, look, so dates are 60% sweeter than cake frosting. Dates have some of the highest sugar content. However, when you're looking at studies, and yes, there are some studies done and funded by date farmers, specifically in Israel and in the Middle East, because they're some of the biggest date growers. Dolly's trying to reach for something. Maybe we'll get into supplements all their supplements as well. But anyway, but with dates, so yeah, you want to look at the context of the research. There is some funding, but they're funded by date farmers. Take that for what you will. Big date. I don't know if there's a big date industry. I don't think so, but yeah, but there are some really well-designed studies that show even people with type 2 diabetes who are given more dates in their diet, it actually helped. And the reason being, when you look at the context with dates, is that dates are some of the most minerally dense foods, right? So they're very high in minerals and antioxidants, and you're getting fiber, you're getting pectins, you're not just getting sugar like cake frosting, right? So yeah, it can be a little bit sweeter than cake frosting, especially certain varieties, but it's not like eating cake frosting. It's very, very different. Does that mean you should go out and eat 100 dates? No. You want to be moderate with dates. They do have calories, they do have sugar, right? But as far as it being a great sweetener, we love dates. We're all for dates.
There's some interesting data that came out a few years ago as well on dates with pregnant women, that it helped to soften the cervix and help to facilitate a more smooth delivery. So dates are awesome for many people, and are, maybe not our patients who are eating low histamine or low FODMAP are going to eat dates, because they are high FODMAP and they are high histamine. But if you're not necessarily in one of those types of medical nutrition therapy, we love dates. We use dates. We enjoy dates. So eat your dates. Okay. And then one of the last drinks. Okay, guys, I will say I haven't tried this yet. But
we've actually had others try this.
I don't mind the ingredients. So this Rise Superfood or Rise Mushroom Coffee, they are pushing this hard. And honestly, sometimes that's a turnoff to me when, again, I'm seeing every influencer in the world post a product. I'm like, I don't know. But I don't mind the ingredients, because it has actually really amazing different mushrooms. And mushrooms can be so anti-inflammatory, so rich in different nutrients like vitamin D, selenium. This has a mixture of cordyceps, lion's mane, reishi, shiitake, turkey tail, king trumpet. We do know mushrooms also have adaptogenic properties to them, so they can be helpful for mood in some studies that have shown that they can be helpful for cardiovascular support. And this just has the organic mushroom mix in it. It does have some organic coffee, so know that it has that in that if you want to try it. Organic MCT oil powder, which is like, I thought we got off that train, but it's fine as long as you know you're consuming it. And it has organic coconut milk powder. So if you are looking for a different type of coffee, this one could be fine. Probably I wouldn't recommend this to my patients with reflux, because it has coffee in it, and coffee relaxes that lower esophageal sphincter, but I think it's fine. So I haven't tried it yet because I don't even drink coffee. So
yeah, I don't either.
I didn't want to open this.
Full disclosure.
Our patients who like coffee, one of you will get this, because I don't want to try it. So I can't speak to the flavor. I can just speak to the quality of the ingredients as a dietitian. They look pretty good. So if you drink coffee, maybe you want to try Rise. I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so I don't want to. All right. I think that was all of our drinks that we got for this drink segment and drink question. I thought we had some other teas. I know I can't find them, you guys, and I'm so sorry. We got Cure electrolytes, which I actually really did like. So shout out to Cure. I wish I could show them. I cannot find them. James calls me a bird. He says I just nest things away sometimes. I don't know where I put them, but I really liked them, and Layla really liked them. They're just dehydrated coconut water with electrolytes and dehydrated fruit powder in them. I loved them. I had a patient ask me, do you think they would be acceptable for somebody with histamine issues? And I felt like they could probably be tolerated. So I recommended that she tried them. If I find them, I will send them to her. But shout out to Cure, because we did really like that also as a good gut drink. So yeah, this, I'm not even going to say what it is, because I don't know why they sent us this. It has egg white powder in it. I would not drink this as a protein powder. It's not organic.
We have a whole office space kind of full of stuff. And sometimes we say no to about 80% of companies that reach out. And then
sometimes people just send stuff though. All right, perfect. What should we do next? So more IBS products.
Obscure thing. This is pretty cool.
These are pretty cool, you guys. So again, we specialize in SIBO IBS. I talked about the food marble, which I sent off to one of my patients, and she really loved it. And I have other patients who love the food marble. So if you don't want to constantly get SIBO breath tested and you have brittle SIBO that won't go away because you haven't worked on your root cause yet, use a food marble. But if you are also still figuring out your root cause and struggling with stinky gas, Toodles makes these cool undergarments, and
they're made from bamboo and activated charcoal, which is very cool. And
that's what is lining it. That's what absorbs the smell. So I posted a reel a few weeks ago on smelly gas. Hopefully you don't have smelly gas and you're working with someone on your smelly gas, because your gas really shouldn't smell. But if you are struggling and you're still working with it, maybe Toodles is something you want to try, because I've
seen some of you say hi.
Yeah. So
Toodles.
Toodles.
Very cool. Yeah, when they reach out, we're like, whoa.
Toodles.
Yeah, when have you get to? We haven't worn these, I promise. They're not used.
All right, cool. Other things that we really like. This, again, full disclosure, sent to us by a friend. She created this product. So shout out to Dr. Viv, who is Plateful Health, and she is a medical doctor and was practicing in the UK as a medical doctor, but she moved here to the US, did not want to continue practicing in the traditional Western model. So she has been helping people with prevention. She has a detox right program with just teaching people how to use food to detox. But she has things like the Loom Box, which it's not actually in here. I have it by my nightstand.
Uses it.
I use it a lot, actually. So any ache, pain, inflammation, I put it on my thyroid.
We have a picture of it.
I have Hashimoto's, so I actually put it on my neck very often to try to decrease inflammation there. But there's really amazing solid data on red light, and that also can be helpful for gut inflammation. So I have actually recommended it to a lot of my athlete patients. I've recommended it to my patients with inflammation and GI pain, so visceral hypersensitivity, that can help with as well. So shout out to Loombox. We do have a discount code for you guys. So if you download that Good Gut Guide on our shop page, Loombox has a discount code.
marriedhealth.com.
Yes. All right, let's get through some more of these.
We're almost done.
Let's get these.
Okay, this is... Thank you so much for watching this video. We know you're probably getting quite a bit from it. It can be a lot of information, it can be overwhelming, and we totally get that. Dahlia was there not too long ago suffering with IBS and SIBO-like symptoms. She was hunched over very often, bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, skin issues, hormonal issues, the list goes on and on. So we know this. We've been in practice now as registered dietitians for over a decade, and we created our Good Gut SIBO IBS program for you. If you're experiencing IBS, SIBO symptoms, IMO, SIFO, the list goes on and on. If you're like, I'm not really sure what this is, click down below. We have a free assessment for you, and that'll likely lead you to our Good Gut SIBO IBS program, which is chock full of information we wish we had. It's information that we're giving to our patients, so it's all at your fingertips in one package. It's 7+ hours of video. It is dozens and dozens of handouts. It's tailored meal plans and recipes to truly help you get to the root, to truly help you understand what's going on, so you can truly heal with each meal. Check it out down below. Dude.
So I thought Layla ate all of these, but I guess I stashed it.
We kind of hid these from her. Check this out. This is like
these are pretty cool. These fair and square crackers. They're all gluten-free, plant-based, and they say they're gut-friendly. And I think they make that claim because their first ingredient, which, keep in mind, ingredients by law are in descending order. So they're in most to littlest in the product. Their first ingredient, green banana flour, which is great and resistant starch. That feeds your good gut buggies. It has some tapioca flour, cassava flour, potato starch. It does have some yeast extract for those who have fungal overgrowth. Maybe these aren't for you, but others who tolerate yeast, great. Himalayan salt, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. And they do have a little bit of sunflower oil. But we love that these are organic. They are gluten-free. They are plant-based. They're really good. Layla likes these, so these are cool. We've packed them in her lunch. I actually bought them because I found them at the store before they sent them to us, so I liked them, and I felt like they were a cool option.
And this goes on topics. If you go back to our YouTube, I think we spoken on a lot of you have questions on how does your daughter being plant-based like feel included at school? Products like these,
or some people just say abusers.
Yeah, we get those comments
Yeah.
as well, you know.
Uh-huh.
But again, this has been anyway, that's a whole other talk, but you you're going off. But yeah, but this is just one way where her friends are eating.
Yeah.
I'll shout them out. Cheez-Its, okay? But if you look at Cheez-Its, there's a lot of ingredients there where it's like we just
Maybe not good gut
can't
ingredients.
do it, right? So then this is just better ingredients in our opinion.
Yeah.
So once in a while, that's cool. Boom. This one?
Yeah.
Let's
The
see.
edamame. So we got some cool dried beans as well. I really like these as a packable protein option when you're traveling. So the Only Beans sent us a bunch of their different types of dried beans. I think there's different kinds of beans. These are edamame. No, they're all edamame. Oh, look, the Cure electrolytes are in there. Yeah, I found them. But these are just edamame, which are soybeans, some salt, and some soybean oil. So again, there's seed oil controversy. This topic is not about that. But again, I think if you're traveling, you're plant-based, you want a great plant protein. These have 14 grams of protein in a third of a cup. So these are great. Layla also takes things like this to school. So these are cool. So we like dried beans like that. These are those electrolytes I was talking about. Okay, so I'm going to send them to my patient. You know who you are. You've been waiting for me to find them. But these are pretty cool where, again, they just have dehydrated coconut, water, and some electrolytes. And they're sweetened with stevia and monk fruit, which to us are great sweetening options because you could grow stevia. James's aunt and uncle have a stevia plant in their garden. They'll pick leaves and they'll sweeten things with them. Monk fruit as well. You can grow monk fruit yourself. So those are sweeteners that if you don't mind the taste, some people do. Like, I know you don't love the taste of stevia.
No, not stevia. Monk fruit more so than stevia for some reason. Monk fruit. I'm not a huge fan of monk fruit taste, but I gotta try these. I know Dahlia's a big fan.
Yeah,
but,
they're good.
But yeah, I think a lot of the monk fruit and stevia are not like aspartame and sucralose and all they have a lot of research behind stevia and monk fruit because they've been plants that have been used medicinally for thousands of years by Native Americans and ancient cultures. So a lot of research behind monk fruit and stevia. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's show a couple of different foods. So this was cool. This is not gluten-free. So if you're gluten-free, disregard. I won't eat this because I am gluten-free. But this is a really cool company, Revival Inkhorn. And if you aren't familiar with what inkhorn is, it's an ancient variety of wheat. So most of the wheat that we eat here in the United States is durum. We do eat some semolina as well, but it is hyper hybridized wheat that is difficult to digest. It's easy to grow, so it works really well for the farmers, but it does not digest as well as something like inkhorn or also kamut or there's a couple others. They're escaping my mind right now. But different varieties of different like spelt and different types of wheat. So inkhorn is really cool. This is just straight up inkhorn. And they added some vitamins back in as well. So pretty cool if you're looking for a good organic high quality wheat pasta because wheat can be really nutrient dense if you can tolerate it. This is a cool one.
And again, just a reminder, we're not like being paid by all these brands. They just send us. We love, again, supporting companies doing cool things and having quality products. We know how hard it is to run a company. So yeah. Okay.
I think that's all the food.
Is that it? Okay.
Okay. Shout out to Scout. Sorry, we have more food. Scout is a cool company. We really love their bars, especially. They sweeten their bars only with dates and they add cool things like sunflower protein powder, sunflower seeds. A lot of their bars are nut-free if your kid goes to a nut-free school. So they have plant protein coming from seeds. Their bars are sweetened with dates. These are their new cookies. And I will say, the first ingredient is a date syrup, and they do have some coconut sugar. But when we're talking about, when we're talking about types of sugar, I would say date syrup and coconut sugar are less hyper refined than something like a sucrose white table sugar. So if you're looking for a better quality cookie, we have opened a couple of the boxes, enjoyed a couple of the boxes.
Is a fan.
They're really good. So are we.
I mean,
and honestly, for 2 cookies, which they're good sized cookies and they're soft cookies. They have 4 grams of added sugar, which is about a teaspoon of sugar into those cookies. So that could be maybe an option for you if you are looking for better quality cookies. So yeah, cool cookies. Thanks, Scout. We have a discount code for Scout as well. So if you guys want that discount code, go on our website, get our Good Gut Guide. All right. Somebody's saying for gluten-free, I eat ancient grains, basmati, brown rice, sorghum, millet, amaranth. Love it. So great nutrient-dense options for gluten-free grains, and good to change it up from the corn, oats, rice, regular mill. So we love that. We love things like teff and fonio. Millet that you mentioned. Sorghum is great. Amaranth, quinoa.
Should we do a part 2 on just supplements?
I think we can talk about a couple of them. So we have, I would say, let's start with that one, the blue box. This is a cool, interesting type of food supplement. What we call them? Food nutraceuticals, because they basically are trying to take food and add some type of nutraceutical component to it. So Gem, for example, they add things like vitamins, minerals. They have like a daily multi. But their thing is made of, it's basically like an energy ball. It's made of dates and fruits and veggies. They have acacia fiber in here, quinoa sprouts, but it's a multivitamin. So if you're the type who says, I don't want to swallow a multivitamin, I don't like powdered forms, or my kids are looking for something, these are kind of cool where they're edible. So like I said, we call them food nutraceuticals, where it's like a food with a nutraceutical aspect to it, which is like a supplement aspect to it. So we'll send these out to some of our patients as well. And some of them have different functions. Like these are for sleep. They have cherries, which tart cherries are shown to help with sleep, L-theanine, valerian, GABA. So these are kind of cool, and they have some magnesium in there. So we love ideas like this.
Someone's getting this. That's
cool. So we'll send some of those out to our patients. All right. So we'll transition from food to food nutraceuticals we'll show you guys some of the supplements. And again, we don't like working with supplement companies frequently unless they have amazing data and an amazing product. So we'll show you some of our favorites. We love Seed as a good probiotic. I will give this asterisk. There is no one-size-fits-all probiotic. Go under usprobioticguide.com, usprobioticguide.com. If you have something specific going on and you want to try a probiotic for it, make sure you're taking the right strain, because it's different for gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, inflammatory bowel disease, IBS. Don't just start taking random probiotics, because the wrong one could make you feel horrible. My histamine patients are a great example. There are certain histamine releasing strains of bacteria. So I don't recommend Seed to my low histamine patients or my patients with mast cell activation syndrome, POTS, or dysautonomia. But for others who are constipated, I do like Seed. James takes Seed. So
I love Seed.
This is a cool option. They have a kids probiotic as well. And I think we have a discount code for Seed.
Marriedhealth.com. Go to our shop page and you'll have a free guide on all these products. And it's going to be updated before the holidays come.
Yes.
For sure.
Another one, we recommend this often. We were recommending it before they even sent this to us. There's amazing data with VSL3, which is also known as Visbiome, for patients with inflammatory bowel disease. Or I also find this helpful for my patients with hydrogen sulfide SIBO. So VSL3, really solid data behind the strains that they utilize, lactic acid bacteria, bifidobacteria, but again, specifically for those people. It's pretty high dose. This one has 112.5 billion colony forming units. So if you don't need this, this will give you GI distress. But if you do need it, it adds a really high amount of commensal or anti-inflammatory or helpful microbes to the gut. All right. One of the others that we really like, I don't have a bottle here because I think we use them all, but one probiotic that I would love to shout out is Resbiotic. Cool probiotic for those who have respiratory issues and maybe some weak lungs. So if you're that person who says, every time I get sick, it goes to my chest and I cough for 2 to 3 weeks. I used to be that person, FYI.
You were.
Resbiotic is amazing. I recommend it to those patients. I took Resbiotic and I stopped having that a couple of years ago when I started taking Resbiotic. But yeah, again, make sure it's the right probiotic for you. I don't blanket recommend probiotics at all. And we got these. I have actually, I will be very forthcoming. They just sent these to us and they are making claims, but I will have to vet this company. But it's from Stellar Biotics. They did send us some really good data, and I like that they are third-party tested. They're dairy-free. They're non-GMO. but they have specific strains that are studied for different conditions. So this one is an immune support. It has Lactobacillus rhamnosus, which is helpful for the immune cells, and lysate powder. So that helps to disrupt the biofilm of different bacteria. So they have a couple cool things. And other gut supplements that we got sent, but I buy this. I was buying this before they sent it to me, and I recommend Atrintil to my patients all the time. If you're my patient, I probably recommended Atrintil to you if you have stuck gas and you're bloated. But this is peppermint oil. So they're peppermint oil capsules with a couple antioxidants like quebracho and horse chestnut, which are anti-inflammatory antioxidants. They also have Atrintil Pro, which is the same thing with added probiotics for those who are constipated and bloated. So again, always make sure it is the right probiotic for you. Or if it's something like a prebiotic, pick one that is really good for you.
So I think, would you say like this is kind of more generalized, but still pretty focused? This is a little more specific. So you got to know which one's which.
I love the analogy that we like to give. Probiotics are the seed if you're trying to garden your gut and flourish what's growing in your gut. So you could plant a seed like this if you need it. Not everybody does. Still eat your probiotic foods, your 4 to 6 servings a day, but you're planting these seeds. Then you're feeding them with something like a prebiotic powder or prebiotics in your food, your fiber in your fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, grains, legumes. So they go together, and then they give you a gift of a postbiotic, which is something that helps to grow healthy microbes in your own gut. So some of the cool supplements we've received, I think there are a couple more, but this is also something really cool. This actually, again, full disclosure, we are not partnered with this company, but this was started by our amazing friend, Robbie Barbaro, who is from Mastering Diabetes. So if you guys are familiar with Robbie and Cyrus, they created Amla Green, and it is Indian gooseberry. So these gooseberries are really high in vitamin C and antioxidants, but there's really great data to show this is helpful for blood sugar and cholesterol as well. So a lot of my patients who have high cholesterol, high blood sugar, they do use amla powder, or if they need extra vitamin C in their life, amla powder is a cool option.
If you guys like this, comment down below. If you want to see more of this might have been a lot all at once. Go back. You can rewatch on our YouTube, our Facebook. You can stop and rewind and take notes. If this is a little bit overwhelming, you can go to mary'shealth.com and work with one of our dietitians to tailor and curate specifically for you.
There's just 2 more things I want to share. Yeah, that box from Compliment and the filter baby I think would be cool to share. All right, so last couple things, guys. Okay. This is something we're super excited about. It is Complement's Insight testing. So these are at-home finger prick tests, and they use a CLIA certified lab, which is a basically fully certified lab to analyze results. And they have different tests that you can do at home. You can order these on your own as well. You don't need a healthcare professional, but they do have dietitians that they employ to go over results. So you can order your micronutrients and hemoglobin A1C for blood sugar. You can order biomarkers and also omega-3. So these are really cool. It depends on the person. I don't mind blood. I don't mind getting poked. I did mine fully. I actually have to repeat mine because they said quantity not sufficient, even though there's quite a bit of blood. Homie over here refused because Jamie's not into omega, blood.
But full disclosure, I would just go to a lab and do it. But I see the utility. We do have patients who would like to do this. And our
dietitians
really cool.
tried it as well.
And they liked it.
Yeah. So I would say if you're curious about something like that, you don't have a primary care, which you should have a primary care provider. But if you're in between care, or if you're like, well, I'm just kind of curious, these are cool kits. Again, it's an at-home kit. They give you the little paper that you put your blood on. They give you the needle, and you send off your blood, and they analyze it for you with their app. So Complement Insight. Again, check our Good Gut Guide because we do have a code for that.
So you can show them the box. This is the filter baby. And the very nice packaging.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, it's very
There's
fancy.
A drawer.
Oh, it's very fancy.
Wow.
But essentially, it's a sink filter. So the idea is that we filter our water. Hopefully you do. Again,
Your drinking water.
Your drinking water, but also your water that you splash on your face. So if you have a whole home filter, great. If you don't, you can just buy a sink filter. And we like that for a lot of our patients who have eczema and a lot of their skin microbiome is disrupted. The water you put in your skin can be extremely helpful. So this is essentially like
it hooks up to your sink here,
sink filter,
and then
you wash your face.
Has some cool little filter. I think it's a carbon filter and another type of filter that's in here, but it sprays out the water. So this is kind of cool.
We did it! Wow.
And we have some good questions. So a lot of you are asking, what is good for high blood pressure? Hibiscus, antioxidants, fruits, vegetables, more liver plant support. Foods. If you wanted amla, we think of these as complements. They're not replacements, but they're complements to your lifestyle. The probiotic website, because a lot of you have questions about that, usprobioticguide.com. So go to that, check for specific strains on probiotics, because a lot of you are saying, can you speak more on specific strains of probiotics? Yes, we can. That's a great live idea. So we can add it to our monthly Good Gut Live schedule. Guys, we have our own cool, it's not a tangible product, it's a digital product, but our Good Gut SIBO IBS course is launching. So right now we have our Good Gut members who are going to be the first to try it, and we will be releasing it to all of you soon. But we go in depth with probiotics. We make recommendations for different types of SIBO and probiotics that would work for them, or IBS. So if you wanted to get on the wait list, we are going to be opening that up very soon for people to sign up for our course. So yes, we can do a live on it, but if you want more in-depth information.
And part of that program, we're going to be there getting into recipes and specifics and really just spending a lot more time on products and why and what and how, and going in depth with a lot of great information. So
yes. Yeah. So it sounds like you want to hear more about probiotics, so you can we'll talk more about it live. But I would encourage you guys to sign up for the course if you're curious about it. And somebody's saying they took Claire Labs Therabiotic Synbiotic Game Changer. Love it. I've tried that one before too. It's a pretty good one. Not too high dose strain. Somebody's asking, hi, I was wondering what type of supplements you take on the daily. We would love to do a live on that, because that's its own topic. Yeah. James, Layla, and I have different needs, different health things that we're dealing with. So all three of us take different things. But what's consistent for all of us is DB omega-3. So we can add that to our live list. You guys gave us 2 great ideas. And if you have any other ideas, let us know. Comment below. If you liked this, let us know if you want to do this again. Again, we don't constantly post these things because we're not influencers. We're busy healthcare practitioners who are grateful to receive this cool stuff. So if you're our patient, again, you're one of our Good Gut members who's super active with us in our practice, you'll probably get a cool goodie box of a lot of this different stuff. So thank you. I
think we're pretty active on social media, given that that's not like our job or anything. It's just a little thing we like to do. We like to educate. So here we are on social media.
Infotainment is what we like to give you guys. Information with entertainment. So
okay, everybody, if you like this, put a like down below, comment down below, all that good stuff. Because it was a lot. I mean, you guys should look at our desk right now. It's like everything's all over. But all right, everybody, we so appreciate you. Thank you. We look forward to another Good Gut Live. Also, our Dietitian Talk. Those are 2 lives that we do every single month. And Dietitian Talk is with our other dietitians. If you want to connect more, go to marytalk.com and you can sign up for our newsletter so you're notified of these lives. You'll get notified of any of our e-guides and resources that are free.
We're going to be picking a couple of you to send a box to.
And if you're on our newsletter email list, we're going to send you a nice little box of just a cool sampler of everything we have here. So, all right, everybody, until next time, heal with each meal.
Heal with each meal. So someone said this has made me want to go grocery shopping. We hope it's inspired you. So if you want to pick up some of the things that we recommended, if not, we hope that it inspired you to just look a little bit more deeply about the things that you're purchasing and who you're inviting into your home as a roommate. So we hope you heal with each meal, feel with each meal, and continue to support companies who are putting out cool products to help you with your health. So many of these companies are started out of a passion, just like James and I started Married to Health. So we are never ashamed to share companies who we really align with and who we really think are valuable for you all and your good gut. So, all right. We might do another one of these again next quarter or again soon. It seems like a lot of you liked it. So we hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.